How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Relics with us tonight, and he can say his name and what he does in the band.
I am Grayson Masarish, and I play drums in Relics.
Awesome, Grayson. Well, the first question, I always love asking this, is how did you start out the band, and, how did they all form, and how did you get all of your members, pretty much?
So, our vocalist and our guitarist were both in a previous project for a few years.
Okay.
In the indie scene and stuff. And then that kind of fizzled out. Everybody kind of went out and did their own thing. And they decided that they wanted to keep doing music and start something and
Sure.
keep going. And so they started looking for people and started auditioning people. And I was still in high school at the time.
Okay.
And I was making like Instagram like drum covers and stuff.
Oh, sick. Okay.
For other local bands.
Wow.
So if they were to see that video, they'd share it. My name would get out there and help them. Vice versa,
The promotional.
And yeah, exactly. And so they had seen a video that I had posted a couple years ago, and they had sent me a message. And they're like, "Hey, I don't know if you ever heard of our previous project before, but we are starting something new, and we really like the way you play, and we were wondering if you'd want to come hang out, just meet us, whatever." And like I said, I was still in high school, and I knew that I wanted to be in a band, but I did drumline all throughout high school, and I was in a super competitive drumline here in Indy, and so I had a couple offers before that, and I kind of turned them down because I was doing something else.
Yeah, sure.
And I let them know. I was like, "Hey guys, I really appreciate the offer. I appreciate you guys asking me. I just want to let you know beforehand." I was like, "I've got one more year of high school left," because I was a senior at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, "I've got one more year left, and I do this thing. It's super time consuming.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know before I gave you any answer." And they were super cool with it. They were pretty much just like, "Yeah, I mean, we're just like, this is super new. Like, we are
Like
just
base
starting."
level. Yeah.
Exactly. And so something in my gut was telling me, just go meet them.
Yeah.
Just go see what they're about.
What the hell, right?
It can't hurt, right?
Yeah.
And so I went and I met them. And they had shown me a couple demos of some stuff that they were doing.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And I was like, "Oh wow, this is really cool." And this was the summer before my senior year. I don't know if I said that already. And I was like, "Yeah, this is really cool." And so I was like, "Yeah, send me something. I'll learn it, and we can just go from there."
Yeah.
And so they had sent me a couple songs. I learned them. The second time I ever met them, we went through those songs. Apparently I didn't suck too bad, because they were like, "Do you want to join?" And I said, "Yeah." And so then we found our other members kind of the same way, not necessarily through videos, but just through people in the scene.
Yeah.
So that's actually how a few months even after we announced ourselves as Relics, and we didn't even have any music out yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When we announced ourselves, yeah. We announced ourselves. The month after that, we put our first single out. The month after, we put our next single out, and then we found our other guitarist. So
sick.
our other guitarist Kyle, we knew through a mutual friend, and he came on board a little bit after, and yeah, it's been the four of us since, pretty much.
That's really cool, because I never really think how I always love asking this question because it's always so different for each
Right.
band, and some people are like, "Yeah, I found him on Craigslist. I thought for sure I was gonna get murdered or something like that." Or it's
I remember. It's funny you made that joke. I remember how nervous my parents were.
Oh, I'm sure.
For me to go meet them, they're like, "We don't know where you're going. We don't know who they are." Like, they were super nervous.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'm glad I followed my gut, because it's been pretty cool since then.
And then how long has that been since that time frame of so obviously I assume you graduated high
Right.
school. And so like how long after have you been, has the band been going on for? And like since that point in time, since you obviously like released a single and you got your other guitarist, so has anything changed in that time period since now?
Yeah, we are actually still a super like new band as far as how long we've even been a band. So this October will be the like 2-year anniversary of when
Oh, wow.
Relics was announced.
Okay.
We've only been playing shows for 1 year.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay. So
yeah, so it's super fresh in that aspect. But we've been playing shows with some pretty cool people, just trying to get our name out there. Put a few more singles out, stuff like that. So yeah, we're still really, really new.
well, there we go. Well, hopefully this signal boosts a little bit. I'm excited to see what you guys have,
Thank
and
you, man.
you'll have to send me some of those tracks because I'm definitely curious to see
Absolutely.
the evolution. But the next question, Grayson, obviously you mentioned shows. So what are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or catch a show at in your hometown when you have the free time? Obviously now, unfortunately, but
Yeah. The number one venue I have to shout out is the Hoosier Dome. It's a super cool small venue in Indianapolis that treats their local scene very, very well.
Sick.
It's just this little like 250, 300 cap room. I've seen bands like Wage War play there.
Oh, that's
Polaris
awesome.
has played there. Yeah, it's super awesome. So yeah, gotta shout out the Hoosier Dome first and foremost. There's a newer venue that's kind of come around the last couple of years called Healer. That's
Okay.
really cool. It's like this DIY like art exhibit / venue.
Oh, that's sick.
There's like a bunch of like cubicles and stuff that they let different artists come in and like decorate their own cubicle, and then there's like a stage in the back. It's really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I always love like the small rooms because it's like, and I imagine the stage is here and like you're right here. Like, it's
Oh yeah, the
hella
stage
close.
is like a foot and a half off the ground at the Dome, but I've seen some crazy shit. Like that Wage War show I told you about was the first show I ever went there, and I got like kicked in the face. But those are always the best shows, right?
Those are the best shows when you're up close and personal. Which, speaking of which, what was the last show that you attended that you didn't play? So what was the last show you went to?
Oh man. Last show that I didn't play. I think I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last show I went to, I saw a Virtue at the Dome.
Ooh, shouts to Virtue.
Yeah, they
Love those
were
guys.
sick. Yeah, I had never really listened to them before I went and saw them. I went because a couple local bands that I really like were playing
Sure.
and stuff. But they were really good. They're an excellent live band.
Yeah.
So
I have not.
Yeah,
I
they're
have
awesome.
not had the opportunity to see him yet. But shouts to Tyler, Damon. I know I've had him on here before, and it's been a minute, so I got to give him a shout. I'll have to let him know. I'll be like, Grayson from Relics said what's up, so I'll have to give him a shout. But I guess what were the sick local bands? I'm very curious now because I always.
one of them was a band called Exit Wounds,
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
they're
the-
awesome. Yeah.
and the other was a band called Glass Hands.
Oh, okay, Glass Hands. Yeah, they're also
Yeah.
very sick.
The last show we actually played, a couple weeks ago, we played with both of those bands at that Healer venue I was talking about. They're awesome. They're great dudes, great musicians.
Awesome. Next question, Grayson. You know the big one. Gotta ask it. Who are some of your musical influences? And I guess if you want, you can speak about the band since you're the only one here.
Yeah, the band's influences are a lot of technical, more like progressive metalcore.
Yeah.
That's what we call ourselves. Whatever genre you want to group us in,
I'm not a genre
so-
Nazi, so you can
right?
just say whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, our guitarist Colton writes the majority of the music, and he's super influenced by a lot of technical stuff. I think overall for our band influences, I'd have to say like Era, Polaris, Monuments. Recently, with the last single we have put out, when I was showing people, they told us that we reminded them of Oh Sleeper, which
Ooh.
I had never really listened to Oh Sleeper, but that's a really that was cool to get compared to a band like that. So, yeah, I mean, Polaris and Era are probably the big ones. Just super hard hitting songs with like super tech riffs and stuff. But yeah, as far as my personal influences, as drummers go, I'd have to say, obviously, Dan from Polaris is amazing. He is so good.
He's hella good. Yeah.
Oh, he's so good. An influence from early on was Valentino from Of Mice and Men.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. I mean, I'm only 19, so it wasn't too long ago. But I remember when I was younger, sitting behind my old drum set, and I had like a playlist of Mice and Men songs that I would just play over and over and over, just because he was such a good player, and he was so fun to watch, and that was something that was super, super cool to me, and so that's definitely something that I tried to do with my playing, is be someone who plays, somewhat well, and is fun to watch. So he was a big one. Anoop Sastry is really good. Even as far as indie, like Nate from Glass Hands, their drummer, he is really good. I kind of whatever drummer I watch or whatever, I try to pick something to that I like that I can work on, and I do that with literally every drummer I watch, because I've consumed so much drumming content, it's ridiculous.
I mean, that is super commendable, because I feel like drummers, like, and just artists in general, like, don't actively think about it. They're like, I'll go to a show, obviously I watch the band play and stuff like that,
right.
But like, it's cool to see somebody like actively like, what can I do to make a show better? And so, like, whenever you guys get a chance to come to like New Jersey, Philly area, I'll have to come out and see you guys.
Absolutely, dude. I will absolutely let you know.
But Valentino, he is like, I can say that too, as so I'm not as young, but I can remember when I was younger, like of first two of Mice and Men records, like Valentino just is a bomb, man.
There were so many songs from those first three records even that I just
100%.
played over and over and again. The OG logo breakdown.
Oh. Still
Can't get better than that.
Still prime stuff. I will say Dan, I was a more current drummer. He is awesome. What do you think about their new record? Did you just curious?
It was Polaris is a band that for me, I didn't even know who they were until I joined Relics.
Oh, really? Okay.
So my bandmates told me about them. I remember hearing their first album and hearing a few songs, like, wow, this is really good. And then obviously it just grew into, I feel like anybody who listens to Polaris loves Polaris.
Yeah.
Their new record, I listened to it the first time. I was like, okay. I felt very torn. Like I loved half of it and the other half was like, okay.
Yeah.
But the more I listen to it, the more things I find that I like. That's what, anybody who I talk to about that record, I'm like, listen to it more than once. And listen to it all the way through, because every time I find something else about a different song that I really like.
Oh, 100%.
So I like it a lot.
I like 1,000% agree, because like when I did a review of it, I was like, this is a record like some people maybe might get like immediately. They're just like, I like this is what I'm about. But I was like, give it more than one listen, because this is a record that just like, I feel like each time, like you were saying, it gets better and better each listen, and I have like a vinyl collection, so I have to add that to my stash. But next question, Grayson, keeping it more current as well, I guess, who's on your Spotify? Who have you been jamming recently?
Oh man, my Spotify is so weird.
It's all good. Tell me what's good. What's on the Grayson Spotify?
Obviously, I listen to a lot of metalcore music, so like Polaris. I've been jamming the new Word Alive record, bands like that. I really enjoy playing country music as well, so a lot of like Dan and Shay and Florida Georgia Line and stuff like that. I just saw Post Malone in February,
sick.
And
awesome.
So I've been jamming Post Malone a lot. The new Halsey record, I am a huge Halsey fan, so I've been jamming her. That's the main thing is Halsey, Post, and just the metalcore. Dead just put out 2 new songs that are phenomenal. I've been jamming those a lot.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah. I know that they were on tour. I forget who they're on tour with, or they were going to be on tour with somebody. And I think the tour unfortunately got canceled, obviously due to the whole virus thing. But I know that they've been a band that I've seen on a few people's radars, so I'm glad that you mentioned them.
Definitely check them out. Those 2 new songs are amazing.
Awesome. I'll have to go give them a listen, and I'll have to I'll have to hit you up in the DMs and
Oh,
let you
for
know
sure.
how I feel about them. But
Yeah.
the next question, Grayson, a fun one. If you could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Oh man. I'm just gonna hit you with like the first two that came to mind. One,
Okay.
I feel like a metalcore version of Circles by Post would be
Oof.
super cool.
Okay, yeah.
Just because that chorus, and then some sort of Halsey song.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Ashley would be really cool. It's the first song on her new album. I really want a band like Too Close to Touch or Picturesque to cover that song, just because I feel like they would do such a good job because their vocalists are both insane.
Yeah.
So that would be a really cool one.
There you go. Well, if you guys have any suggestions for Relics, leave them in the comments below. I'm almost positive they'll check it out and they'll hopefully do a good job on it.
We'll
and
try.
You know, it's on the internet, so I feel like now they got to do it. So, you know, hold them to it. But the next question, Grayson, another fun one as well. Got to ask, favorite food to eat. What's the go-to?
Ooh. Speaking my language now, I can talk about food all day. Number one, I probably consume more Taco Bell than a lot of people. Taco Bell is 100% a go-to.
100%.
I love Asian food, so like I love Thai food. I just tried Vietnamese food for the first time last week. It was amazing.
You know.
So yeah, Taco Bell, any kind of Asian food, I'm always down for. Yeah, that's probably the main two.
I'm always curious how the Midwestern states do like sushi, because I feel you're not by an ocean, so it's a little rough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I remember the first time I tried sushi. I've been eating sushi for so long anyway. It was awesome. First day you try sushi, that's life changing.
That is, and then you gotta come out here and get that sushi, because I feel like it's different. I haven't been in the Midwest and tried sushi, so somebody could change my mind about that. But I can't imagine.
If we ever come out there, we gotta go then.
We got to. I feel like the Asian population in Philadelphia, Scott's what's going on, so we'll have to go for that sushi.
Yeah, for sure.
But the next question, Grayson, if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest feature on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with, who would it be?
Man. As far as a feature goes, I'm going to give two. One that would kind of be really cool just for our genre, to have somebody else that plays our genre come in. Hunter, the vocalist of Sleepwaker, would be really cool.
Nice, yeah.
That would be a really cool feature. And then a weird feature, I got to throw Halsey in there, man. Ooh. I would love to collab with her in some way, just because she's so good.
She's not out of the realm, I feel like, because they did a collab song with Bring Me the Horizon. So I feel like, she just would have to take it a step further into the heavier direction, which, I mean, she's not
down.
opposed to it.
I've seen videos of her like at All Time Low shows just going ham. So I feel like she'd be down.
She's got
Halsey, if you're out there,
let's tweet at Halsey on the next Relic track. You know you want it. I want it.
Freak out.
I'm all, listen, we're all about making them dreams happen in 2020. So let's get it going. Let's get the Audio Addiction Army rocking here. But the next question, Grayson, if there was another musical instrument you could master, what would it be?
Man. Probably piano, just because like if you're really good at piano, that's kind of like the root of everything.
True.
I took a piano class in high school, but I totally blew it off, and I regret it all the time. And if not piano, probably like guitar or something.
I feel that.
Something of that realm.
I feel like most drummers want to play guitar, and like most guitarists wants to play drums. So it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
Literally, I have not been proven wrong. So if you would like to come on the channel and prove me wrong, I feel like that.
I don't feel like anyone can.
I don't feel like anybody can. Like that's
a very true statement.
I've been like 10 for 10 on all this. Well, probably more than that. I've done a lot more than 10 interviews, but I feel like every time I ask that, that's the question and answer I get from if you're either a drummer or a guitar player. So, but the next question, Grayson, my personal favorite, because I'm a nerd and I love asking it, if you could be a video game character, who would you be? Tell them the people.
Oh, man. I don't even know. I'm the worst person because like I'm such a dweeb. I like never really got into video games. The most like video like it's like Mario Kart. So probably somebody from Mario Kart just so I could have those sick cars and just like go on all those tracks and stuff. Rainbow Road in real life would be pretty sick. So somebody from Mario Kart.
Yeah,
probably.
But I mean, I feel like if that were the case, like you'd be falling through space, like It's a little...
You know, I would like to think I'm good enough at Mario Kart that I don't fall off all the time. So let's just hope that I don't fall off. And if I do, it's it.
So what a way to go out, right?
That's honestly though, dying on Rainbow Road would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty legendary. So I gotta give you the props for that knowledge there. But the next question, Grayson, obviously got to keep it more music related. If you could compile a dream tour, who would be on the lineup? Obviously, your band's on it. I just feel like gotta say it just in case. Instill that.
Oh man, I've thought about these tours so much, and I always just like give so many bands that it would end up being like a Warped Tour rather than
fine.
Like
if you feel like you have too many, then we'll just make it. We'll make it the Relics Festival.
Hey, I'm down. That'd be sweet.
That would be sick.
Obviously, I gotta throw Era and Polaris on there, just because
you're right.
Playing with them would be insane. I'd love to tour. There's a band from Sweden called Imminence that I really dig.
Yes, they're tight.
Touring with them would be super cool. We would be on there. Let's see. Let's do one more. Architects.
Oof.
So Relics, Imminence, Polaris, Era, Architects, tour of forever.
Get it, guys. Tickets in the description. Awesome. For 2022. Get it ready, get it hyped, sweet. Get it popping. I feel like Era and Polaris have toured together, and if they haven't already, somebody can prove me wrong. But it feels right,
I was thinking about that the other day. If they have, and I can't ever remember a tour where they have, just because like Polaris hasn't really toured in the States that often.
Yeah.
But if they want to let Relics hop on their first tour together, more than down.
Yeah, I would be just down to see that in general, but I would be extra pumped if you hit me with that DM. You're like, "Yo, guys, we're going on tour with Era." I'd be like, it'd be a proud Papa moment, because then I'd be like, you know what? Listen, we spoke it into existence.
I wish. That would be so sick.
Listen, I said it for 2022, so you got a solid 2 years to make that shit happen. So I feel like we could do it. So let's who knows? We're just gonna leave it at that, and hope that it happens. But because I can remember the couple times that Polaris has toured the States, because I saw them recently-ish with Wage War.
Oh yeah, that lineup was so good.
Which was a fantastic lineup. And then the other time before that, I can remember seeing them was with Gideon. They toured with the Gideon, Varials, and Chamber, and that was insane. So
that's the tour that came through the Hoosier Dome. Yes, unfortunately, I did not go to.
Oh, dude.
That was seeing Polaris in a small room like that would be so sick.
I saw them in like a small room in New Jersey. Like basically the stage is like inches above like where you like just stand. And it was wild. It was probably one of the best shows I've seen in like a little hole in the wall venue. There was probably like most people didn't even know what their band was. Like no one knew who Polaris was.
I didn't know who Polaris was when that tour was a thing.
And my God, they played like a small ass room, and like they were just ripping it. It's almost as if they were playing like a large stage, but they were like in like a little like hall. It was awesome. So shout out to Polaris. But the next question, Grayson, obviously on the topic of Dream Tour, in your opinion, who puts on a great live performance?
Oh man. Obviously got to shout out Polaris, but I feel like we've been talking about them a lot.
But I mean, well worth it though. You know.
Oh man, they are incredible live. Not taking anything away from that, they are insane
Yeah.
live. Another band that's really good live. We played a house show with them last June, and then we just played another show with them in February.
Sick.
They're a band called Grand Rapids, or band from Grand Rapids. They're called Hollow Front.
Oh shit! Yeah, they're awesome.
They are really good. Yeah, they're insane. They're a great live band.
There we go.
So
Tyler.
I'd probably go with Hollow Front.
Tyler, come on, buddy. Let's do it. Let's get it going.
Do it, Tyler.
Let's get it going. But next question, Grayson. Obviously, got to keep it back with the fun questions. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Man. Favorite TV show has got to be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Ooh, man.
Just gold.
Gold,
It doesn't
100%.
get better than that. Favorite movie will not be The Last Airbender, though, because that movie was a disgrace.
Yeah.
I said it. I don't care.
No, you're 100% right.
It is a disgrace.
It was more like, my face was more like, that hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, I know, it's bad.
Favorite movie? Man. Recently, Joker was great.
Oh, class.
Joker was a great movie. Obviously, anything MCU is fantastic. So yeah, I'd probably go with any comic book movie. Or that's my jam.
There we go. Awesome. Well, the next question, Grayson, if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you, what would it be?
Man,
It's a month. I feel like that's a little
that is a
easier.
long time.
It's a long time, but it's not like forever or like a year. You know, I feel like that'd be a lot harder.
Let's see. When that new Dayseeker record dropped, I jammed that for a solid month. So I'll say that, just because I know I can do it and I know I can get through it. So yeah, Sleep Talk, I would probably bring out there.
You're right. That's
Great
a good
record.
one. Great record. 100%.
Great record.
And the last thing, Grayson, the biggest thing, and you know it's all coming to this culminating point. Tell them about your band, where they can find you at on social media, and anything coming up in the next couple months. I know, unfortunately, no shows, but
right.
Tell the people what's going
on. We're called Relics. All of our social media is Relics Indiana. I know there's no underscore for Facebook, but Instagram and Twitter are both Relics_Indiana. You can find our music on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, all that stuff. The first of this year, we just put out our first music video for our song Avarice. So that's on our YouTube channel. Go check Avarice out, and follow us on streaming services. Follow us on socials, and we're on everything, so you can find us.
There we go. Well, go check out Relics. I usually do a little bit more homework, but unfortunately, just with the amount of emails and messages I've been getting all day today, I will have to go check them out, and post Brandon will give you the synopsis. We'll be making that clean cut, and he'll let you know those facts, let you know what's going on. But go check out Relics. Go check out the new music video. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel, because I imagine during this time they will be making hopefully more content.
For sure.
And go follow them on social media, so when this ban is lifted, we can finally get back to going to shows and seeing bands play. So if you live in the Indianapolis area, go check them out. I'm sure they do not disappoint. Listen, they gave me a lot of the bands that I personally love, so I feel like I already have that little investment about this band already. So go give Relics a listen. But I do have one last question for you, Grayson. How did you find out about me? Obviously, like, you're trapped in my Facebook purgatory, which I've already apologized to you about. But like, how did you find out about the stuff? Because I'm always curious. Because a lot of my stuff's like more like natural marketing and stuff. So
right. I found your channel through a Picturesque interview.
Oh, shit.
Picturesque, I love that band. And I think it was like the first interview you ever did with them a couple of years ago.
Oh, awesome.
And I love watching band interviews. I wish more people did them, so the fact that you're still doing them is awesome. We need more people like Brandon, so if you're out there and you want to interview bands, you should do it.
Yes.
But yeah, I found you through a Picturesque interview. Love those dudes. They're awesome. And
Yes.
yeah, that's how I found you.
Kyle, get on a track with them, please. I
Oh
know,
man, dude, that would
Kyle.
be.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I talked to Jade a lot, so I'll have to have Jade bug him for it.
I'll bug all of them. I can do it. Let's get it. Well, Kyle, I don't know you won't watch my content because it hurts me to say that. I'll call him out because he says he doesn't. So I mean, that's not those are his words and not mine. So Kyle, I'm just gonna tweet you, and you better go do a new track with my boys in Relics.
Yeah, for sure.
They got it. They got that heat. So I know you haven't done a heavy track yet, so maybe it might be the time. You know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibes. Feeling the vibes.
Down.
That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure.
And if you enjoy this interview, make sure to share it, like it, subscribe. Make sure to go tweet at Halsey too, because you know you got to get that feature too. My God, we're out here.
Features all day.
Features all day.
Features
all day. If you guys want to come onto the channel, you enjoy this interview, feel free to email me, DM me, do all that sort of good stuff. And massive thanks to Grayson for bugging me to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. Thank you, dude. I really, really appreciate it.